Hey guys, welcome back to the 504 podcast. Eventually, I'm going to have to change that intro. I'm not sure if I like it. I'm one of your hosts, Mark, and I'm here with my
And
other host.
Erica,
Okay, she's here. Erica is here. She is the
I'm
other
here.
host. And welcome to episode 19 of the 504 podcast today. We're going to try to get you out of here a little early. We're shooting for 30 minutes. Let's keep our fingers crossed and let's get to it. How are you today, Erica?
I'm doing well, always well.
We had a report card
Isn't
on
that
that yesterday.
isn't that what you want to hear? Everyone wants to hear everyone's doing fine, just dandy.
No, sometimes the conversation will take us someplace if you say, well, no, I'm a little pissy right now.
You're right. Nobody's
sometimes
ever
because
gonna
it's like,
say that.
sometimes it's like, tell me more about you being pissy. I want to know why.
Oh, you're like, yeah, I'm doing fine. And then, yeah, nobody asked that question with the real desire to want to know exactly how you're feeling. It's just that kind way of saying what's up.
Can you imagine asking someone that question and the person goes, well, I thought about ending it last night. And it's like, wow, how did I get here?
Exactly. So what do you say? And then you just stand there and look at their face, and then it gets real quiet, and you're like, "No, I'm just kidding."
Unless you're going to do it.
But then you're just kidding because you're like, "God, this is really awkward." So I'm just kidding. No, I'm gonna live. Don't worry.
Sometimes I've thought of like sharing too much information at some point, and then I'm like, if I share all this information, they're gonna call someone. They're gonna ask for my keys or something. They're gonna call someone. So I say, yeah, I'm doing
Or that's
fine.
the last time somebody ever reaches out because they're like, "Oh man, she's like a negative Nelly and Debbie Downer. Forget it. I'm never gonna call her again because I
Yeah,
can't say, hi, how are you?"
yeah. When somebody is negative all the time, I kind of just want to. I kind of go, ugh, I don't want that
Yeah, but if you
around
truly
me.
catch somebody at a bad time, and you might be their saving grace at that moment.
They say that. They always say you never know what somebody's going through, so always treat people with kindness and respect. And it's like, okay, that's great. I I, I
Yeah,
mean I mean I can't I could make a joke about it, but I'm not going to. But yes, we should always treat people with kindness and respect.
absolutely. So when I ask, "How are you today?" I'm really wondering how you are. Are you having a good day, a bad day? And if you want to talk about it, not want to talk about it, I'm fine with that.
All
So,
right, so man, I kind of don't want to even talk about COVID anymore. I feel like it's the reoccurring theme. The death toll is up to what 256,000 now, and
what was it
like
before?
the last
250, 254?
the last time I actually physically looked at it, it was like 150 something, but now it's like 250 something. So first topic, Mun, COVID vaccine. Have you heard much about it?
Other than it just being 90% effective, that's about it.
Well,
Like,
there is another one. I can't remember the company's name, but they have one that is 96% effective.
is it AstraZeneca?
Maybe it's AstraZeneca. I don't know. Somebody in the
Pfizer,
comments let us
Pfizer has
know.
the 90%
Yeah,
effective one.
Pfizer has a 90% effective one, but the issue with the Pfizer one is it needs to be kept like negative 80 degrees at all times, and there are no refrigerators in a lot of places to store that. So this other company, they have it so that it can be like moderately refrigerated, and
Yeah.
experts are like, how can one differentiate so much from the other? But the one thing with the COVID vaccine is this: they're going to take a modified version of like a cold, or maybe keep mutating COVID until the point where it's not really as dangerous as possible, and they're going to inject it into you. And when they inject it into you, it's going to cause an immune response from your body. And from that immune response, it's supposed to cause you to release all the antibodies or whatever is in your body to fight it off. So it's going to be like you're getting sick, but you're not sick, but you're going to have all the symptoms of being sick. So the first reports are saying if you do take this vaccine, be prepared to be sick for a couple of days.
So, like the flu vaccine.
Yeah, sort of like the flu vaccine. But I don't know, because the flu vaccine, I don't know if people are expected to get sick with the flu vaccine.
Well, that's how I've always known it to be.
But I never
But
took the flu vaccine.
so this vaccine. So you're taking it, and you're going to be. Why not just I don't know, run your chances of not getting it?
Okay, so here's because I was listening to this, and there's an expert in this study. He was saying that yeah, maybe taking your chances with it. So as of right now, overall, COVID has like a 99 point something success rate. I don't know if it's like zero point 0.5, zero point 0.4, zero point 0.8, but it's like a 99 point something sorry, not success rate. It has a 99 point something rate of if you get it, you will survive. What the
Yeah.
vaccine is going to do is it's going to minimize how hard it hits you. So let's suppose you have a 99.5% chance of getting COVID and surviving. The vaccine will take you from 99.5 to 99.9.
I'll take the 99.5.
So it's not going to stop you from getting COVID. All it's going to
Oh.
do is, if you are to get COVID, you won't have as serious as an experience with it.
So I'm hearing about a few COVID cases, not close family and not any close friends or anything, but within like um, working relationships and whatnot, that people are getting it, and the symptoms are basically very mild and loss of smell. Like all of a sudden now, it's I know loss of smell has always been there, but now it's more prominent. Like they're not getting overly sick, but now the loss of smell is there.
Well, that's part of the reason why COVID has been so deadly. If this were something such as, and I can't think of what the other disease was, but it's like another, like most diseases, when you start to show signs, that's when you're contagious. And pretty much they can kind of quarantine those people who start to show the signs of the fever and such. But when people have COVID, it's as simple as just losing your taste, all the way to a slight headache,
Yeah.
and that's it. And some people just might get a headache and then they shake it. So other people may, it's a sinus infection, or it's just a sore throat, or it's full blown, I can't breathe and I could possibly die COVID. And you don't know which version of it you're going to get. But here's the other thing that blows my mind: you can get it more than once.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But so is the flu. You can get the flu more than once.
Yeah, but see, my thinking is, well, there's a new flu every year. So once you pass flu season, you don't really have to worry about flu. But since COVID has been here for what, 9 months now, it's a freaking baby. It's a newborn baby. It's getting ready to birth. Imagine getting COVID in March and then getting COVID again in October. And
I
and,
don't.
and it's, I mean, it's not likely that that'll happen, but it's absolutely possible.
Yeah, it's just so much to wrap your head around.
Yeah, and it's like, and as much as I know, I go off the like the success rate of actually passing it. It's like once you get it though, it's like spinning the wheel. It's like that wheel. I'm like, that TV show when it's like, all right, spin the wheel, and you go, boop,
Oh,
what is it called?
Price is Right.
The Price is Right.
Price is
It's
Right.
literally like that, and you're like this. Please, no shortness of breath. Please, no shortness of breath. Please, no shortness of breath.
Or like that, no whammy, no whammy. What's that
Yeah.
beat called?
Um,
Whammy?
I forgot what it's called, but it's no worries, no worries, no worries. Stop. Whammy.
Yeah.
Ah.
They lose everything. Yeah. I don't know. My mom gets one. My mom gets a test every Tuesday. Still negative. She's up
I'm
to like 35.
If she looks at all of those Q-tips, she can. If she looks very closely, she can see the memory that they took from the back of her brain. It's still there, like playing over and over.
She goes, take a picture. It'll last longer. Stop bothering me.
There are people who get tested on a weekly basis, and then the other thing is, my issue with the tests not being accurate all the time. And then now we have different types of tests. Did you know that we now have a saliva test?
Will you spit?
I'm not sure how, but it's you have the swab that goes up into your brain.
Yeah.
Then you have the one that stays right around the nostril. Then you have one where you could test it with the blood. That's the antibody one. And then there's another one that they created that deals with your saliva.
Yeah, I did the spit test over the summer. You spit in a tube.
I did that when I did my DNA results.
Yeah, well, I didn't know I was going for the spit test. I guess I didn't read the email correctly. A bunch of us sitting in the car were like, you know, getting a lot of saliva in the mouth, and all you see is everyone bending down, spitting, lifting up, looking around, like
You
another
know how
round of
difficult it
spit.
is to get a bunch of spit when you really are not
Yes,
used to spitting?
and
That
you
is
had to fill
difficult,
the
man.
test tube.
It
You're
is
like,
difficult.
I have no problem spitting when I turn on my sinks, though.
Yeah. Well, what I had to do in order for me to get my the right amount of saliva, I have a tongue scraper that I use, and once I started to scrape my tongue, it started like
Oh,
I was able to get that. So, man, here's the question: 300 million people may need the vaccine. They're only upon release going to possibly have, I think, a max of like 100 million.
who are
So
they going to
then
go to?
and that's the question.
Essential
Who gets
workers.
it first?
Essential workers.
But then again, now we go to the who's an essential worker.
Well, the people in the hospitals first.
Okay, so people in the hospitals, and then we have more essential workers.
Yeah, it'll go down the ranks.
Yeah, because apparently I found out that the guy who bags at the shop, right, he's an essential worker too. So does he get it? See, there's a debate that says, well, people are on both sides trying to figure out, well, who would get it. So they're saying first responders, people in hospitals, and then they say, well, what about old people? And then there's a debate that says old people shouldn't get it. What you need to
Yeah.
do is you need to give it to healthy people who still go to work because they have a least amount of chance of passing the infection to other people as opposed to an older person who's probably staying away from everyone anyway and they're already like kind of like the last stop of this thing. So chances are they're staying away from people.
And I read too that they did some autopsies on some of the younger men who have died from COVID, and they found the virus in their sperm. So now they're wondering how long it lasts. So will it be something that's going to be sexually transmitted? I don't know.
Can you
Or
imagine?
is it just going to cause infertility for men?
Can you imagine that guy calling the girl, hey, "Yo, Keisha, you gave me COVID." Why? What you talking about? Nah, you
Oh,
dirty. Ma, you gave me COVID? You for
sounds,
real?
sounds more like a Handmaid's Tale scenario to me. You get COVID.
You gave me COVID, man. This ain't funny. I'm coming to see you. All right, and the last thing I want to talk about COVID because we've already given COVID way too much time. Apparently, from start to finish, it should take about 4 years for this thing to be completely just like almost nominal. And that's with the vaccine, that's with them producing it, that's with them convincing people to even take the vaccine, because that's going to be a huge fight for a lot of people taking that vaccine. Because I'm already on the fence about, I don't know if I want to get sick on purpose. I'd rather just
Well,
stay away from people.
I have two things to share. One, like the Bible has numbers, right? Numbers mean things in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
4 years, you know what's in 4 years? Another election, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing I want to bring up is that in Pennsylvania, the governor has mandated that if you are in your home with people that are not immediate family, so say you have company over, but they're not your immediate family that lives in your home on a daily basis, you are to be wearing a mask in your home now.
Well, in California, anytime that they're out of the house, they have to wear a mask.
Yeah, but now this is like Pennsylvania saying in your house. So say
How would
my
they know?
neighbor,
How would they know?
well, I don't know, got your neighbor next door who's got his binoculars on, he's calling the police or something, and the police are not interested. Howell, New Jersey, that the captain of the police department said he is not going to police any kind of Thanksgiving um, gatherings or anything. He said that I forget the exact word that he called. What did he call Governor Murphy's mandate? Draconian. His draconian mandate of having less than 10 people in your home for the holidays. He goes, I will not have anybody call my department and ask us to go out to a home where there's more than 10 people.
It's getting weird, and I understand like the angst of some people when they're saying like the government is just having too much power when it comes to certain things. And I mean, I get it. I mean, I'm not gonna have a large gathering of people over. I mean, it's just not what I'm doing. Like I'm passing up going to family for Thanksgiving this year in order to stay on the safe side. Not that I'm so much concerned for myself, but I am concerned about other people and possibly getting them sick, even though I'm not sick or anything like that. But it's like the right thing to do. But at some point, we have to treat people as if they're adults and not children. And then you see the governor of California, he's telling people to wear a mask, and then he gets caught in a restaurant with no mask. And then he
Yeah.
tried to lie, and he was like, "This, no, 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 it was outdoors, it was outdoors." And then they got pictures, it's not outdoors. It's ridiculous. All right, moving
Yeah.
on, man. Let's get off this nasty COVID news. Dave Chappelle is in the news today. So I don't know if you saw his Saturday Night Live monologue.
No.
He made a joke about his grandfather. He was like, his grandfather. Uh, I don't want to butcher the joke, but his grandfather didn't have a nice life. And he was like, if
Hmm.
my grandfather could see me now, he would say, "Boy, you've been sold more than I have." Something along the lines of that, because apparently Netflix put his show, the Chappelle Show, on Netflix, and he was upset because he didn't get any money for it, and it was his show.
Oh, wow.
But when he signed over the contract to all the rights of the show at some point, when they gave him like I think it's 150 million, and he signed over it. When Netflix bought it, and Viacom or CBS, whoever it was, they sold it to Netflix. They didn't have to give him anything, so he actually went on to Netflix. Well, because he works for Netflix, and he said,
Hmm.
"Hey, man, Dave Chappelle's voice. This doesn't make me happy." And Netflix said, "Okay," and they took it down. So now he has a campaign where he's asking people to not watch the Chappelle Show, and
Oh,
the
wow.
only place that is available now is like CBS and HBO Max. There's a new HBO, man. It's ridiculous. And HBO
Yeah,
Max.
I
Those are the
saw
only
that.
two places that you can watch it now. So imagine that going and say, "Can you please take this show down that you just paid for?"
Well, that's something like what Taylor Swift did. She got away from her music people that headed her company and started like making music in secret, and then like releases albums on her own or releases songs on her own because she was being sold too.
Yeah, the thing with Taylor Swift was, I believe when she signed her contract, she was under contract for I believe it's somewhere between 6 or 7 albums, but she didn't own the masters. And Taylor Swift has like a following of, a huge following of people. She at
Hmm.
some point, I believe, wanted to buy her masters. And just like Kanye West, they said, "No, we're not selling them to you." So she decided, well, I'm just going to re record all the songs.
Hmm.
And that's what she's doing now. So she's in the process of re recording her first several albums
Oh,
so that she can own the masters to them, and then people can stream them without feeling bad and knowing, because they like somebody else bought her masters, and then she was all upset about it, and then that person sold her masters to somebody else because they didn't want any parts of her.
oh, okay.
It's this The music
Well,
industry is very weird and shady. It's
that's what
very weird and
happens
shady.
when you're a celebrity.
So since we touched on the HBO Max topic, I want to talk about that quickly. Wonder
Woman.
Woman 1984 will be coming out in theaters and on HBO Max the same day.
Now HBO Max is new.
Yes,
You
it
have to
used to be
subscribe to
HBO
it, right?
Go. Wait, it was HBO Go, HBO Now, and then
I don't
HBO
know, but
Max.
I think you have to have a subscription for HBO Max.
So HBO Max isn't HBO. Somebody gotta let us know. Whoever has HBO Max.
I have no idea.
I haven't watched HBO Max since or HBO since Game of Thrones went off, and it was the most anticlimactic thing I've ever seen. And I'm like, ugh, I wasted so many Sundays for this.
You're going off topic. So Wonder Woman,
Yes,
theater and HBO Max.
same day,
Yeah.
and I love
So
this move. I love it.
do you subscribe to HBO Max and then cancel your subscription after, you watch Wonder Woman, or just go to the theater?
I'm not sure. Let's see. I'll look
I
it
would
up
I would
quickly.
just go to the theater because I like the theater experience.
I don't really like the theater experience.
I know we
I
talked
get
about
too
this.
comfortable. I can't you look at my phone. Like 'cause
Why do you
sometimes
look
you
at your
just
phone? You're right in the theater to watch a movie.
I'm just saying like, it might vibrate a little bit and then you pull
That's
it
your
out and
time
then
to disconnect. That's what you got to do. You go there, it's one and done. You watch the movie, go home. You have a place to go. Now you're home. When you're home, there's plenty of interruptions. It's not the same experience.
yeah, but it's still then you're sharing it with a bunch of people. The little kid is kicking the back of your seat. Oh, what's this? I'm stepping on popcorn. Oh, this is sticky. Why didn't they
Uh,
clean this up?
you're all COVID out here. You love staying home.
I do. Actually, I enjoy staying home. I really enjoy it. I enjoy going to work and then I enjoy coming home.
Well, yeah, I used to enjoy that. Now I just don't get to go anywhere.
It doesn't tell me. It just says you can start a free trial. And then
Yeah, of course. So it's like
it's
probably
giving me a
7 days.
thing about her, about the movie. Does
So
anyone care about this Wonder Woman movie? Like, I don't think anybody cares. Like, no one's asking for another Wonder Woman. And I know they've been marketing it for a while, but no one cares. Well, I don't want to say
now,
no one cares. There's somebody home like this. I care. I care.
is Wonder Woman a Marvel?
No, it's
No.
DC.
What
It's
is she,
what,
DC?
yeah, it's like Batman,
Yeah.
Superman, Wonder Woman.
I did watch the Wonder Woman series when I was younger.
That's the one
Which,
when she would jump over the building and go.
yes, I used to watch that show. I can't remember the actress's name, but I remember watching it as a kid. So,
Mm,
um,
Wonder Woman never appealed to me. Actually, the cartoons that they came out with, she's almost as strong as Superman. I'm like, oh shoot, Wonder Woman, she's bad.
she is.
So, question, Mun. I don't know if I'm gonna bring up the YouTube pranks or not. We may come back to that. Uh, when you signed up for Netflix, what was the show that made you say I'm keeping it?
I think it was because of you, Black Mirror.
Black Mirror, that show. So you're
Yeah,
kind of new to Netflix then,
yeah, I'm new to Netflix. Yes, I'm new.
because Black Mirror is a really good series on Netflix. It's a Netflix original.
I think you started telling me about it, and I got hooked on watching it. And then now I'm seeing on Netflix. I'm like, oh, I scroll around. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch this movie. It's like rent for $5.99. What? Next one, rent for $5.99. Rent. I don't want to watch these shows that I have to rent. I'm already paying for Netflix.
I've never seen Rent on Netflix.
Yes,
I have
yes.
to pay attention to it. I know I get Rent on Amazon Prime.
No, go look on Netflix. There was like 5 shows that I put in my to watch list
Are you
that
sure
all
you're not on
they're
the
just
movie? Are you sure you're not on the
not a
DVD
show, but
side?
a movie. A movie.
You're probably on the DVD side.
What? Oh, but there's different sides.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
a
know
DVD
anything about.
side and there's a streaming side. It's a plan that you have
Oh,
to sign up for.
oh, forget it.
So
It's
like
too
some of
much
those
work.
newer movies, you
Yeah.
actually have to have the DVD for, and they're probably saying you add $5.99 a month, and then you get like one DVD at a time.
Oh no! You pay $5.99 to watch the show. Like I rented The King of Staten Island on
You sure that's
Netflix.
not Amazon Prime?
I don't think so. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it's Netflix though.
Well, I know one thing. It was right on the Fire Stick the other day, and I don't find him funny. He's just weird and depressed.
That show got a lot of like um, recognition or whatever, and I did not really think it was that funny.
You told me that Parasite was really good. I thought Parasite was just eh.
I thought it was good. Was that on Netflix?
No, I watched it on I downloaded it on the Fire Stick because
What
you
do you
said
mean
that.
downloaded it?
Well,
How
I
do you
didn't download it. I streamed it on the Fire Stick.
Oh, you have one of those apps?
I I have a Fire Stick that has been broken in jail.
I have one too, but I
Yeah.
don't go on those apps.
Yeah, and then I checked it out and I watched it and I
I
was like,
probably should do that more
eh,
often.
yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Not really. Once it's there, and until you start clicking links and then they don't work. But
I don't know.
my show, man, the show that hooked me to Netflix, Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, I couldn't get into that.
No?
No, not at all.
I thought it was revolutionary. I thought it was like really cool. It was like, hey, look at jail. It's fun. Jail is
That-
fun.
But then you did. Have you ever seen the series Oz?
Yeah, Oz wasn't
That's not
fun.
fun. That show is phenomenal.
I saw Emma Beasy beat a man with a can of peaches and then rape him.
That
And I
that was
said,
like,
nope, I don't want to sell drugs anymore.
get your popcorn ready. Oz is on. That was a great series.
And it never really finished. It kind of just stopped one day. I watched when I had the HBO, I watched Oz from start to finish, and
Yeah.
then there was like a security breach. Something was in the air, and they had to evacuate the prison. We're evacuating Emerald City, and then that was it. And I'm like, where's the next season?
So Netflix, they have their own shows. Like they
Yes.
produce series specifically for Netflix.
Okay, from my understanding, I'm gonna say produce series, put an asterisk next to it. They buy them. I don't think they produce them. It's a series,
Yeah.
and then Netflix then buys it.
So that series will never be anywhere else unless it's
HBO.
no. So maybe I'm thinking of like The Happy Place. So what is that, Amazon Prime?
Happy Place. I think that's TBS.
I know, but you can watch older episodes that are streamed, I think, on Netflix.
Yeah, I think what happens is because they want to get people to see the show, they put it on Netflix. Like a perfect example of that would be like Power season 1 was
Okay,
on
so here's
Netflix,
the
and
thing.
then once
So
it took off, it stayed on
when I,
Stars.
when I discovered The Happy Place, I was like, wow, this is great. Like, I really thought it was a good show. And then I'm watching TV one night, and I'm realizing The Happy Place seasons, whatever's coming on ABC, NBC, and that killed it for me. I was like, wait, this is on regular TV? I was almost let down.
You thought it was a
Like,
Netflix original? Like you can only get
I
it on
thought it was
Netflix?
strictly Netflix. I'm like, this is awesome. And I don't know why it just killed it for me, but it did. And I was like, I can watch it on regular TV.
I have to watch it. I've heard that show come up several times
It
in
was
different
good the
conversations.
first 2 seasons, and then it kind of like started, they should have probably ended it. They should have ended it after one season. That would have been it.
My wife and I are watching The Good Doctor with the autistic doctor.
Yeah, I don't watch that show, but I've seen a couple episodes. It's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just the only thing is with that show, it's like, oh doctor, my thumb is hurting. And then it's like, okay, let's take him to the back. And then the autistic person goes, you have a tumor. You are going to die unless we operate. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. And then they get mad at him. They're like, no, you can't do that. He's like, but it's the truth.
Yeah. And then it really puts things into perspective as far as is lying good or not. Because he doesn't really lie. He always
doesn't know
tells
how
the
to.
truth. I mean, he can lie. He doesn't care enough to lie. So he just tells things like it is. Like there was some mom who was taking like antidepressants, and then she found out she was pregnant, but she didn't know she was pregnant until like 2 months in. Long story short, the baby was being born, and the baby was having like all these health defects, and she was like, just confiding in him, doctor, do you think that the pills I took, because I didn't know, do you think the pills I took caused this? Because the husband and wife were already going back and forth, and he goes, probably. And he got in trouble for it.
Yeah, it's a good series. I mean, I just catch some episodes.
I like the medical dramas. Except it's like literally whenever somebody comes in, hey, I got an eyelash in my eye. Can somebody help me out here? You have a tumor. It's in the back of your neck. We have to chop off half your shoulder and replace it with the back of your foot, or you're going to die.
Yep. That's great. And then they're like, oh.
And it's like the person's like this, wow, I feel great. Beep, 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 beep. Call blue, somebody come. Yeah. All right, man, we tried to say 30 minutes. We're at 29 minutes. Let's fly through the other ones. Black Friday. What are you looking to buy? What's the object that you
You
want
go.
on
You
Black
could go
Friday?
first. I'll let you go first.
I'm really looking for a nice pair of wireless headphones. I have three pairs of wireless headphones, now four. I want another pair, but I want like a solid pair that I can keep in my bag.
What do you mean? You have? Don't you have like what brand? Beats or?
Well, I used to do Beats, but now like my Bose headphones are just so good. But the thing is, I don't want to take my Bose headphones out of the house. I just keep them in the
Um,
house so they stay on my nightstand. But I want a bag like a not a bag. I want a new pair that sound good that I can use outside of the house. So when I'm at the barber shop and I don't feel like people talking to me, or I'm just like walking to work or something like that. I just want headphones that if somebody goes, "Yo, give me all your stuff," I'm like, "Here you go, take them." Like if somebody steals my $250 headphones, I'm like this, ah. But if somebody steals my $100 headphones, it's like, "Here you go, brother, enjoy them."
I don't know. I really don't have anything for Black Friday. I was never like a Black Friday get up early and go buy something kind of person.
I mean, I
I feel
mean,
like,
I remember a year when like the laptops were going on sale, and this one guy snatched it out the lady's hand. I said, "Oh shoot." But like there
I
are
don't
some things that were like laptops, TVs. Those are the like things that people normally go after. But I mean, how many TVs do you really need?
exactly. And usually, if I want something, I get it when I see it. Like I don't. I'm not chasing a sale. But
Well,
I'm sorry to disappoint. I don't really have anything.
well, there is research that shows that the sales are better right before Black Friday than actually on Black Friday.
Yeah, they're happening now. Like I'm seeing a lot of Black Friday sales now.
Yeah, there's a meme that
So
I
I
just saw before we recorded this, and it was a TV, and the TV was $4.99 5 days ago. 2 days ago, the TV, same TV, $4.99. And then on Black Friday, what they did was they took $6.99 and crossed it out and wrote $4.99. And the person said, "I need to buy the TV. It's on
that's what I'm
sale."
saying. Is it really a sale? Like I don't think it is. I think it's just it mentally. It's your perception. I'm getting a sale,
Well,
but I don't.
some things do go on sale, but you got to kind of really look for them. Like I got my wife those Beats headphones, the ones that are completely wireless when they go in your ear and there's like no wire there, and they're normally like 250. I got them on sale for 150.
See, for me, like all that stuff, I would it would like I have the Apple Pen. I think I used it a handful of times because I forget to charge it. So when I want to use it, I can't because it's not charged. So I don't know. And the same thing with I have the Beats, and I go to use them, they're not charged. So I said, I forget. I just plug the little thing that comes in my phone.
The common denominator here is you. You're the problem.
I know anything I have to charge. I don't know, but I'm not even interested in like these new smart TVs and whatnot because once they get old, they're not smart anymore. Like you can't update them.
Yes, you can.
Really? Because I have a
Yeah.
smart TV in my room. There's no updating it.
Man, my freaking TV, every time I decide to go on Hulu or something like that, it's like this, "Hey, a new update. Why you want to update now?" No, I
Oh
want
no,
to watch
mine
my
is done
show.
updating. I have my TV in the living room.
What
I'm going
company
to
is it?
use
What
that.
company makes it?
My TV, it's a Sony, and it was the first Sony plasma TV that came out.
Okay, first
Pla-
of all, you have a plasma TV.
I have a plasma TV.
What are you still doing with a plasma TV?
You're gonna jinx it. I better knock on wood. That TV it's 13 years old
Why do you still have a plasma TV, Erica? You know what?
because I'm not
You should
buying
be
it.
out there on Black Friday waving your credit card around getting the new
I am not.
TV.
Why? It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with
It's
it.
not perfectly fine. It's a plasma TV, Erica. Listen,
It's fine.
there's a sale. It's a 70-inch LED 4K TV. It's only $698. It's normally a
Yes.
thousand dollars.
And like everything else, it'll probably crap out in 3 years. Oh, I need a new TV.
No,
I'm
LG
good with my
makes really good
plasma.
TVs. LG makes really good TVs. This is gonna be
I
good.
wouldn't even know the difference, what I'm missing out on, because my plasma, if I don't wear my glasses, it's blurry anyway. So I'm good.
Oh my gosh, you're one of those.
My plasma TV is fine. I have a Bose sound system with the woofer that's about, I don't know, the size of freaking milk crate behind it.
A milk crate.
And I don't even use it. So I'm good with my plasma TV.
You're not good, Erica.
Yes,
Go get you one of
fine.
those $95 TVs when they
Why?
come
For
out.
what? To have a clearer screen?
Yes.
No.
Don't you want to see?
I
Don't you
don't
want
want
to
a
look
TV
at
on
the
my
people
money.
move so fast and weird, and you're like this? Something's wrong. People don't look like that. Oh my goodness! Everything is so bright. Don't you want to watch TV and when they're walking in the grocery store, you can read the label on the potato chips? Don't
Yeah,
you
if
want to
I'm
be able to
wearing my
watch?
glasses.
Ah,
No,
man.
not interested.
Ah. All right, man.
Not. And my Fire Stick too, by the way, is about 8 years old.
I didn't even
I
know they
have the
made them.
OG of Fire Sticks.
I have a Google Chromecast that's just sitting in the drawer at my job that I've never used.
And here's the thing. Wait, before you end it, my Fire Stick has not, knock on wood, give me problems. I've had Fire Sticks in my kids' bedrooms where I've had to replace them 3 and 4 times already. So
I don't know. I still feel like the common denominator in these things are you.
I'm fine with my old TV. I'm not into technology. It's okay.
Oh, before I do my last topic, do you think New Jersey's going to legalize medicinal? No, sorry, recreational marijuana? The last time I read the newspaper, they were saying that there was a halt in Congress and it was being sent back. What do you think?
Why? Because people didn't vote for it? I mean, I don't know. I thought it was a done deal, but
Well,
I don't.
the people decided, yeah, they want marijuana in New Jersey, but it then has to go through like legislature and Congress and stuff, and it was like tied up. I
I'm
guess
pretty
something
sure
with the
it's tied
wording.
up for the reasons being that where's the money going to go? Who's going to reap the benefits of the money? The funds? Because I know in Jersey City, the mayor had said that those funds will go to the schools. Now there's a debate because there's some people are saying in City Hall that it shouldn't go to schools, it should go to the city.
But they said that's weird. It's like, hey, boys and girls, you see all these new laptops? Drugs paid for it. What message are we sending?
It's okay to do drugs. No more dare programs.
Shoot, it's okay to sell them now.
Yeah, but if you get caught, you have to show a card stating that you're able to buy that.
Well, if it's recreational, you don't need to show anything except for your license.
No, you have to show your medical card.
No, that's
Oh, you're talking
medical.
about what? Like on the streets?
Recreational. Like literally, like you can walk into these dispensaries and say, "Hey, man, let me get some of that Captain Crunch Kush, baby."
No, no, you have to have a medical. You have to have some sort of a card allowing, not a medical card, but some sort of card allowing you to buy that to prove that you bought that. So you're gonna have to carry some sort of identification.
I don't think so. I think you literally just have to have it in the case. Well, then again, you know more than I do. As far as I know, it just needs to be in the container in which you originally bought it. Like if you get pulled over and they check if you have any drugs in the car.
So
But then
who's
again,
to
who's getting
say
pulled
I
over
didn't
for
buy it off
weed?
the street, put it in that container?
Maybe it's
Who's
still
testing it?
sealed. Like alcohol, you can't have an open alcohol container in the car.
I
I've seen
don't
people
know.
actually drinking with Miller genuine drafts like in their hand, like driving, and I'm like, oh my gosh, let me slow down. All right, man, here we go. Last question before we get out of here and do our this and that. What's the one part of your life that you wish you were more disciplined in?
My finances.
Oh, don't we all? Don't we all?
I wish I had a system in place, but I know why I don't, why I'm not good with it because I procrastinate, and I procrastinate for many reasons.
Maybe I'll send you the Dave Ramsey System book. They were on sale for Black Friday.
Oh, okay, you say that's you can go wait online Black Friday. Great.
You don't have to wait online. You just order it. You just order it. It's
I
from
can
his
order it.
website.
The Dave
Yeah,
Ramsey system. Okay.
yeah, the Dave
What
Ramsey
about you?
System.
What
Hmm?
about you?
A couple of things. I kind of have been writing my novel for quite some time now, and if I were dedicated, it would have been done already. But whenever it comes to any important task, I dilly dally a lot. Like
Same.
I probably should have taken my principal praxis over a year ago, and I
It's
waited.
procrastination.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we procrastinate.
Why is that?
So I don't know. That's what it is. If there's a task I don't want to complete, I will do anything to work around it.
You and I would be
Anything.
you and I would be terrible cavemen. It's like, let's go. We go out to hunt now. We hunt buffalo. It's like, do we have to?
Let's not eat
can
tonight.
can we eat tomorrow?
We'll
I
figure it
ate
out.
I ate yesterday. I don't really need to eat again.
There's a bush out there with some leaves. We'll make something work.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll call we'll call caveman Uber Eats. They'll come on their little Flintstone car and they'll drop off some buffalo for us.
You'll be too busy trying to make a TV.
Like, look at me, I invent first couch. That's what I would have invented. If I were a caveman, I would have
Never
invented the
have to
couch.
leave. Yeah, no, I procrastinate with a lot of things, and it's just there's some underlying reason, I'm sure.
You ever get like that, like when you have to do something important, your body gets a ton of energy to do something else instead of what you
Yeah,
probably should be doing?
exactly. I will start cleaning my bathroom with a toothbrush. Oh no, this has to get done.
It's like, I should do report cards, but you know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to take all the clothes out my drawers and I'm going to refold them. That's what I'm going to
Exactly.
do.
This is important.
And then it's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, report cards. I forgot.
Why did I do that to myself? Yes, I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I used to have a system for finances, but then it became very daunting and then I don't know, just it's not fun.
My system is just to pretend I'm poor the entire week, the entire month. Just pretend I'm poor and don't buy anything, and and it works for a little while. All right, man, let's get out of here. We are at 42 minutes now. This or that, and I already know what your answer is going to be. If you had to choose, all right, let's
Flex
go.
Friday.
Let's go. 70-inch TV, plasma. No, not plasma. 70-inch LED, 240 hertz, 4K television. You can get it on Black Friday, go into the store and get it, and you get it the same day. Or you can buy it on Cyber Monday and get it on Tuesday. Which one would you do?
Monday.
I'm going to the store on Thursday. I want my TV
Are you?
tonight.
No, I can't be bothered with the people. And regardless of COVID, I hate crowds.
But just assume that just assume the crowd portion is out of it. Just literally going in to the store and getting it, or waiting until
Okay,
Monday to
then
purchase it.
yes, if it's that, I would do
Like,
it.
you don't have to worry about fighting somebody for the TV.
Yeah, I would do it.
You would do it. You would do the
If
Black Friday.
if they had a system where they set up a reservation time, and you come at 7 o'clock, and I'm going to be letting the store by 7 and out by 7:30, I would do it. They should do that. They should set up reservation times.
Let's not give them the tea, Erica. Let them be a sponsor. This video brought to you by One Day. Let them be a sponsor. We'll give them all the tea.
Sign up online, show up, you're in and out.
That'd be cool, like a concierge, like they meet you at the
I
curb.
would love that.
Hello, Mrs. Redmond. Let's go ahead and walk you right to that television.
Like, pick out all your stuff online, have it in a cart, get there, go to checkout. This is what I want. Bring it to me now. I'm good.
I would like for it to be an entirely online store, and they just put it in your car for you, like you do with groceries. Like, I can go to Best Buy and say, I want this and this and this. And somebody then shops it for you, and then you pay for it, and then you show up and you open the trunk and they just toss it in there nicely, and then you just ride off.
Because we are living in a world where everyone is insatiable and everything is instantaneous.
Yes, we live in that world now. But we are now at 44 minutes, probably 45 by the time we're done. Guys, make sure you tune in to the 504 Podcast Instagram. We do those now to try to get your input into the episodes before we film them. So make sure you check it out. Make sure you like and subscribe if you have not already done so. We're going to possibly do giveaways at some point, maybe next episode. So you want to make sure that you have a YouTube or a Google account so that you can leave those comments. We'll be picking someone from the comment section.
And we'll go live when we do it.
Yes.
See the wheel of fun spinning with your name on it.
Erica's going to figure out how that wheel works.
I know how it works.
All the YouTubers know how to do it. I don't know how to do stuff.
I know how it works.
All right, Mun, any last words before we get out of here?
No, I'm good.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Episode 19 is over. Thanks so much. And if you made it all the way to the end, let us know. Take care.
Good night.